Hey everybody, good morning. Well, morning for me anyway. Getting cool, fall's in the air, a lot of the leaves are gone. Supposed to have snow this weekend. I guess we're finally going to get to winter. This video is going to be a little bit different. I had somebody comment, one of the comments, if they could see the sheep. And I thought, yeah, I probably haven't been showing the sheep too much lately, have I? So I figured you're probably getting tired of seeing my face all the time. At least I had an ex-wife tell me that once anyway. So today we're going to do it a little different. We're going to go over the sheep individually. I'm going to go over each one because I got a lot of new subscribers. So there's a lot of people who are probably not familiar with what we have as far as the sheep. So I thought I'd go over that with you. Speaking of subscribers, really quick. I know if you watch YouTube videos like I do, everybody, every video, everybody, please subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell. You see it every video. I don't like to do that. I don't do that. But I am going to ask today if you would subscribe. I see a lot of people that are watching the videos are not subscribers. So do me a favor, take a minute, subscribe if you would. I'd sure love to get over 1,000. All right, we're going to start right here. We're going to start in Lomax's pen right here. And I'm going to have better pictures for you to show which sheep I'm actually talking about when we're doing this. This, to me, is my sister's pen. I'm going to call this my sister's pen because, well, there's a lot of sisters or half-sisters in here. But we're going to start out with the ones that are not sisters. And I'm going to start here with Tammy. Tammy's my older. She's actually a Texas doll. So she's not registered paint. But because you breed her to a registered painted ram, you can always register her offspring. I have no idea how old Tammy is. She's been around for quite a while anyway. I don't know how old she was when I got her. And I've had her since the start. And the reason I'm starting with her is she was always late. She's always one of the last ones. So this year, we put a cedar in her to try to bring her in early and get her bred early. And yet, just a few days ago, I saw her being covered by Lomax again. So, guess what? That means Tammy isn't bred, or maybe she is now. But either way, that means she's probably going to be very late again. So, unfortunately, that's what we get with that. Next, hang that up so I don't have to hold on to it. Next, let's go next. We're going to do Callie. Callie also isn't a sister, but Callie is pretty special to me. Callie is the very first painted desert lamb I ever had born here. She's the very first one. Born on February 10th. It was 8 degrees at noon that day when she was born. That night it was 24 below. Her brother was Longshot, and that is Lomax's sire. So he got the name Longshot just because I figured at 24 below it'd probably be a long shot if he lived or not. The interesting thing about Callie is a daughter of Thriller. Pavlock Farms Thriller. Callie, as far as I know, and I'm about 100% sure on this, is the only registered daughter from Thriller. All right? I had a ewe that was bred to Thriller when I got her. So that's how she and Longshot were son and daughter of Thriller. I ended up getting 2 other rams. Stu was one. Skeeter was another. Those 3. But the guy that I got these from was into shooters. Though he was registered, Thriller was registered, he really didn't care. And he sold Thriller. And when he sold him, that guy was into shooters. He didn't care. So basically, Callie and the 3 rams I had were the only lambs ever registered by Thriller, and Thriller is now dead, so he's not going to produce anymore. So that's why Callie's a little special to me, being the only daughter of Thriller that was registered. Now let's get into sisters. I have the twins that I bought last summer. There's the twins I bought last summer. They came from Rick Holloway down in Kansas, Arkansas City, Kansas. They each had a lamb last year by Lomax, threw some nice color, so I decided to put them back with him now. They are daughters of Megatron Gold, who is a Gold Star ram. So that's those sisters. The other two sisters I have are really half sisters, and I didn't even know it at the time. And that is Brownie and then Kayanne. And Brownie is by Rocky. She is a daughter of Rocky. Kayanne is a daughter of Tombstone. And they have a recognition of being born in the same year. Brownie was born in April. Kayanne was born in December, both in 2019. So both born the same year, half sisters, same mother, different fathers, and both daughters of Gold Star rams. So, and while we're here, let's talk a little about Lomax real quick. Lomax, as I said, is a son of Longshot, who was the second born lamb on the place. Longshot, if you've been around a while, you've seen him. If you haven't, here's a picture. He just like his father and son, they look alike. Longshot, basically, I ended up having to put him down after injuries coming from fighting with two other rams, which happened to be Stu and Stony. So he ended up getting put down. I was really happy when I ended up getting Lomax because he looks just like his father, and he was kind of my favorite, seeing as how he was one of the first ones that were born here. So, all right, that takes care of those. Let's run over and we'll go over to Stoney's pen and talk about them. All right, hey, while we're in this area, I want to show you. I've discussed having a situation, rams across fences and do something. I put in a new fence. So basically for now, I want to do it for spring. I set up these panels, and let me close this and I'll show you what I'm thinking of doing. That'll close up to that gate. I'm going to take right in here and put a new gate in. I'll put a 10 or 12 foot gate, and my thought is when I have all the rams together later, I have the far pasture way over there for rams. I'll have a second pasture for rams. And I liked using this third pasture that I had here, but I can't put them right next to all the ewes up there. So what I've done is I put the corral panels in. I need to put some woven wire on it so they can't go through it. And I'll have a gate now. Now I can swing this gate in to meet that one. And I now have 3 pastures for the rams next year. That'll leave me this small little area right here, and that's fine. Just every once in a while, when I have the rams way over on the far side, I'll just open that up and let the ewes and the lambs in there. You know, in one day they'll eat that down, and then they're back out again. And then when I put the ewes in this pasture, I will make sure the rams are either in that pasture or the next one. And then whenever the ewes are way out, I can use this for the rams. All right, let's talk about these guys. Stoney and his girls. The other pen was my sister's pen. This is my mother-daughter pen. This is pretty much mother-daughters except for one. And I guess we might as well start with the one on the far side. And that is Megan. Sorry about that, I was just what it was hitting. And this is why you can't have nice things. This is why you never get to have nice things, because you have rams like this. You done? Done beating your head against that? Hard to keep anything in good shape around here with rams, I tell you. Anyway, all right, let's start out. We're going to start out with the only one where we don't have the mother-daughter, and that's the one that's got a little bit of hair on her back yet. That is Megan. So here's Megan. Megan was the third ewe lamb that I got from Rich Holloway last year, and she's the third one I got from him. She is the twins I said were daughters of Megatron Gold. Her mother is a daughter of Megatron Gold. And then Rick had another black and white ram, and I'd have to go, like, I don't even remember for sure, but that's where who she is by. So our next mother-daughter, and right here, there's Dub is walking behind, and that's her daughter right there. That is Dub, and I'm Batgirl. And Dub is a daughter of Heartbreaker, who is by Longfellow. So again, like the Boondocks and the Longfellow goes back to Longfellow, and you also have Heartbreaker. So a lot of Longfellow breeding there. Let's see. As far as Batgirl, who is she by? I'd have to go. I got to go back and look. She might be by Longshot. I'm trying to remember if she's by Longshot or not. But anyway, that's my mother-daughter pair. The other mother-daughter pair here, you see, there is Blackie, and in front is her daughter B7. So Blackie is a daughter of Boondocks, so the Longfellow breeding. B7 is a daughter from a ram my son-in-law had. When I bought some, the son-in-law, he sold that ram along with his Texas dolls to a guy in Minnesota. I took the Painted Desert ewes. So Blackie was bred to that ram that went to Minnesota. His name was Boo Boo. And here's a picture of Boo Boo. So that would be B7 sire is Boo Boo. Unfortunately, Boo Boo never got registered for Gold Star because he ended up going shooter. And as last I heard last winter, he was in the breeding pen for 2 years, and then last winter he got moved to the shooting pen, and he's no longer around. So, unfortunately, her sire will never have a shot to be showing up as Gold Star. But, as you can see, still really good genetics on both of them. When I get over to the young ram pen, her son, is over there in the young ram pen yet. And I'm anxious to see how that one comes out. All right, let's go over to the young rams, and those are the last ones we got. All right, so what do we got left? We got the young guys here. Here's our last 4 we got. We might as well start with the black and white one right up in front. And that is by Dub. I just mentioned in the last pen I have Dub and her daughter. That is her son. And he is by Stu, who we no longer have. Here's a picture of Stu. I lost Stu about a year ago to Coxie. The white one, looking at the white one right there, is by out of Brownie from the other pen. She's the Rocky daughter, so he would be a Rocky grandson. And he also is by Stu, so he's looking pretty good. I like that. Might as well take the other one in front because the other one's in the back. Yeah. He's finally come down. I'm going to call him Taz. He's my keeper. We just showed you Blackie and her daughter B7, that I said came out of Boo Boo. Well, there is out of B7. That's her son. And again, by Stu. So he'll have his grandsires will be Thriller on one side and Boo Boo on the other. So he's got some really good genetics to him. He's got the biggest horns of anybody here. So, of course, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, he's got the biggest horns today. Doesn't mean he's going to have the biggest horns a year from today. But I like him, so I think he's going to be my keeper. And that leaves the little guy in the black one there. He's a little younger. He is by Batgirl. So kind of the same breeding as the black and white, closely related on that side. He is out of Greystone, which would be Stoney's son. So he's a grandson of Stoney. So a little younger than the others. He's not quite as old as the others. So he's not quite as big as the other 3 yet. But he doesn't look too bad. Hope I didn't have you too much in the sun with that one all the time. We're going to keep these 4 around. Like I said, I'm thinking right now, Taz here, he's probably going to be the one I'll probably save back for breeding, I'm going to guess. The other 3, we're going to let them grow. We're going to let them grow mainly because, you know, I thought we was doing pretty good. I sold some last year, and then I saw pictures of them in summer of 2022. I saw pictures of them a year later, and I thought, holy cow, how have they grown? So I thought, you know what? We're going to keep some of these guys around. Well, unless somebody wants them. Somebody offers, somebody wants to buy, I will sell. But otherwise, I thought these might be worth keeping around. Let them grow, and let's see what they do. So, there you go. You wanted to see my sheep. There are the sheep. That's what we got. The rams are still in with the ewes for a while longer. I don't know how long now. By the time you're seeing this, it's right after Thanksgiving. Another week or two, and then we'll probably pull them. And I'll put the big guys together, give them about a week or so, and then I'll put them in with these guys. We'll put them together. But we will bring you back for sure. Probably won't have anything next week, but hopefully maybe in 2 weeks. And maybe by that time, we'll be putting the ewes together, putting the rams together. I'll make sure you're around when the rams go together. It's the time I always cringe a little because they got to fight it out. There's no way around it. They've been apart. They've been with the ewes. You put them back together, they're going to fight, and you always hope nobody gets hurt. I mean, I guess especially since I was in a situation where long shot, you know, he got hurt enough I had to put him down. That always gets you in a position you worry what's going to happen each year. But you know, there's only so much you can do. You can try to protect them as much as you want, but sooner or later, you got to put them together. Sooner or later, they're going to fight. And if somebody gets hurt, somebody gets hurt. So, but I'll make sure you are back for that one because it'll probably be pretty interesting for at least an hour or so until they kind of settle down. So, well, you won't miss that one. I'll guarantee that. Anyway, that's good. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.